good evening. I'm going to be covering tonight a little bit of Bunkai from Heian Sandan, more so Heian the Pinan, but this will also tie into Taekwondo's Taege for some of my Taekwondo friends. The point that I'm looking at is what comes after the throw. Now, those that follow Bunkai training methods will be familiar with this notion anyway. In Pinan or Heian Sandan, we get a step through a punch, which we then turn to here. In Taekwondo's Taege, we have a double knuckle punch, front kick, two punches, so off a reverse punch and then come to here. Crucially with karate you turn 180, with Taekwondo you turn to 90. And I think most of us kind of accept now that what we're actually doing with this movement is a throw. You're doing Koshi Garun with a cross buttocks throw. Okay, if I just grab the sensei wheel, what I'm doing is this, okay? And here I'm going to take it to the floor. Okay, over and down. Okay? That's the position I'm going to be working from for this Bunkai. Is I've taken him to the floor and I'm going to cover what comes next. Now Toby has just turned 16, so he's eligible for joint boxing. He's volunteered to have this done on him. Well, would you like to lie down there, Toby? Now, in Heian Sandan, from here we will get a crescent kick and a back fist. In Pinan, there's no crescent kick. I'm going to be covering the Heian version, so it's a crescent kick. What I'm crucially going to be looking at is the crescent kick and its back fist movements. Okay? But what I'm also going to be doing is looking at what happens with this other hand. So, I've thrown him, and here. Here's my crescent kick. Okay? This will be familiar to anybody that studies Sensei Ian Abernethy's methods. What comes next is my back fist. There's my back fist. And I believe what the kata's telling me about coming back to the hip is it's telling me to rotate this down here. The kata hasn't yet accounted for this hand. So what I'm going to do is take his head and I'm going to pull his head back up to my hip. Okay? Now, what these techniques should teach you, of course, is principles, and what this is teaching us is to push-pull. And what I'm going to do here is push, and I'm going to push, and I'm going to pull to here. And of course, what I'm looking to achieve is to come to here. So it's a crescent kick, making one rotational arm lock. It's the back fist, making another rotational arm lock. And this hand is pulling his head in an opposing movement to stretch out his trapezii and just be generally very, very uncomfortable in his neck. So, as I say, to anybody that studied Sensei Ian Abernethy's methods, you'll be familiar with most of those locks. What I've added to that is this extra pull on the neck to make it fit the whole kata shape. As I say, I believe what this is teaching us is to actually make sure these are rotating, coming backwards. You know, in the actual Bunkai, your hands won't reach your hips, it's just not physically possible. But I believe that's what the Bunkai is trying to teach us. Point of interest, of course, we're up here. We're in Taekwondo, in Taege. What comes after this are your W-shaped blocks. Well, hey, look, is that not what I've just done with his arms? Okay, so I hope that all makes sense to you. So a little bit of addition to what you might have covered before. Thanks very much for your time and I hope that was of some interest. One take.